Do you like to paint a dramatic, stormy sky without scrubbing too much or overwork it? If so, today I'm going to show you my 3-step simple plan where we wet the paper and then we allow the wetness of the paper and gravity do most of the painting. So grab your brushes and let's start painting. Here is the plan. The dark clouds of the storm, the light opening, and then the bridge that connects them all. That's it. Now I'm going to pre-mix 2 puddles, a mid-storm mix with phthalo blue, and I'm going to add a little bit of magenta. Dark storm mix, this is indigo, and make sure that you make enough so you don't run out of it midway. Start by wetting the sky. I prefer to work wet on wet because it gives me more of the, more time to paint and more of the soft transition. Now, if I wet well, meaning go back and forth several times, let the fibers of my paper open, then it's gonna give me extra time to do blending, and that's exactly what I'm aiming for. I wanna have a big wide area here, so I'm gonna dry a little bit here. A small area, I don't know if you can see it. Phthalo blue that I mix with a little bit of magenta. All right, so I'm gonna put it here. I want gravity to help me, so we're gonna be doing a lot of tilting. Put some of it here too. Indigo, and then I'm gonna start bringing it next to it, so they start blending. Let's just do some tilting. You see, all of this is blending. So if I go into this direction, the blending goes that way. Oops, we didn't meant to do that. And if I go like this, it goes this way. So that's why I'm gonna be moving it all around. The area where I wanna have transition. So what I'm gonna do is I'm coming with a brush that only has water. And then I start blending by picking a little bit of the color and lightly bringing it here. For the moment being, I'm gonna stay away from my dry area in the sky. We will do something obviously with it. But for right now, I just want this. And now I'm gonna concentrate. I have transitions there. I'm gonna try to put some of the color on the other direction. Maybe this will be a little bit lighter too, so I push the color away a little bit. Okay? You see that? That is a little bit of pile where my water is concentrating. So I bring it to the corner, and then I pick my paper, and then I collect a little bit of that. All right, now I put it flat. Good. Let's just time to bring more indigo because this part needs to be darker. Also keep in mind watercolor dries around 20 to 30% lighter once it's dry. So at the very beginning it's gonna look like if my sky is too dark, but don't worry because once it's dry, it will dry lighter, so I'm trying to accommodate for that. All of this is dark, so let's just bring it till the horizon line. The landscape here is minimum because the sky is the storm is the one who takes the stage, but we still want to have a little bit for one to give a sense of scale, and for another one to make sure that it's not just a sky painting. I'm gonna go this direction so that it starts going there. And if you had to help it, you can always help it, but important, get your brush. Take most of the water. If you introduce water right now, we can get runs. And then with no water here, you can help blend. I still have a lot of shine in my paper. I don't know if you can see it. So as long as I have shine, I can do this. Once I lose the shine, I either better be done, or I can dry completely and then come back and re-wet. I prefer not to do that, but if I had to, then I will. All right, so now I bring little whips of this color here, trying to give a little bit of direction to how the clouds. I mean, these look really dark, but nevertheless, they are clouds. So this is indigo, and then I'm putting it, like I said, with a little bit of direction. This corner here is the one that I want to be the darkest of all. And we are working here with very staining pigment, so don't don't work with white clothes while you're painting this sky, because sometimes these colors don't go away. Believe me, I know for experience. I'm getting it to a point where I'm gonna leave it alone. Just wanna put a little extra dark here, here too. Be careful. I am dropping my color, but I am not pushing. If I push, I will lift the color that is behind it. Taking most of the water out. I still have a little bit of color, but that's okay. Take most of it out. And now I'm gonna start blending lightly with a brush that has a little bit of water, very little though. And then I'm gonna start wetting this part that we left dry. And then in a circular motion, I get that to where the other wetness is. You see what's happening? Some of that color is coming here lightly. Let me see if I can put it a little bit closer. You can see some of the colors are coming here, but very lightly, and that's what we want. So my brush, if I had to go because I was picking too much color, now I have even less water than before, and then I go circular motion. We're gonna keep this the lightest part of all, but without the hard edge. You see, nice and soft transition, like it happens in nature. So I'm gonna continue to move this, but not into that direction because I don't want to lose that thing that I've been working hard for it. So I move it a little bit like that, and like this. The last thing that I'm gonna do is come with, because I have a lot of shine here, I'm gonna come with a little extra indigo. Right now the ratio of paint to water is a lot more paint. It's almost creamy than water. Again, I don't put a whole lot of pressure, lightly. And what I'm doing is by going around here and here, you see, now I'm creating like another lighter medium transition between the darkest dark, medium dark, and then we go from the medium light till the lightest. I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna let this dry by itself because some transitions are still gonna happen. One thing though, this thing is very staining, as I said. It's still a little wet over here. I can go with a brush that has no pigment and almost no water, and I'm gonna even this up a little bit. Like I said, these are very staining colors, and I won't be able to do that once this is dry. Okay, so our sky is dry, so we are ready to put the landscape. As you can see, we got the nice light area. A little bit following the rule of thirds, and this side not right dead in the middle. Then we have the darkers, the storm is coming this direction, and then we have all these bridge of transitional colors. And also, look at this. I mixed the phthalo with a little bit of magenta, and it's separated a little bit. Did not plan that, but well, I did plan it. It just looks awesome. All right, let's just move to the landscape. Give a sense of scale to our sky. I started by putting kind of like if there were two distant mountains here. For this, I'm using the same indigo with a little bit of Sienna, just to make it a little bit in the gray, putting it a little bit on the gray and not so much on the blue side. A little bit darker than this part of the sky, but we want to keep it in the distance, like it's far away, so we cannot go too dark. Now I'm coming with Naples Yellow. I'm going to put it around here to follow the light. So go from, we also want creating a sense of distance, so brighter here, which would be closer to us. And I also want to go from wider to smaller. We're still gonna put a little reflection of that. And then here, just blend. This part is obviously gonna have to be the darkest. So first I'm coming with mix that I did with bronze sienna and neutral tint. I'm taking some of that color out because I want to see if I can get a little bit of dry area, like leaving some of the whites like that closer to me. There it goes. That little hint of everything not being even. We're just gonna have it around here, and now I'm gonna go ahead and with everything, and then just bring it closer to this edge right here. Still where I put the yellow. This part, I'm gonna go with indigo again, horizon line, and where the land is. In this area only, for the same reason. This is the light, this is gonna be a little bit darker. Okay, nice. And then we're gonna have a transition here where I'm gonna bring a little bit of the yellows with the browns, and they're gonna give me kind of like greens, and that's good. No white here at the very end. We have kind of like a lake or whatever. I don't want to give too many details here. Again, the sky is the one who tells the story, but I'm redoing this here once more. Come with the color, less color here, more on the edge, little hint of the indigo, and then we just blend and get a little bit of the yellow and have a little transition here too, kind of greenish. That stays clear. Then I pick some of that color and I bring it closer to that edge. Okay, maybe we can go slightly darker, so bring a tiny little bit of indigo. Try to get it straight. There you go. Only water, and then make it thinner. Okay, bring yellow, some grays, just the usual gray. You can make it more on the blue or more on the brown, doesn't matter. Maybe we can get it a little bit more on the blue here, just to get it kind of dark. So grays, again, not a whole lot of water. I'm just trying to kill the white, so to speak. Some of those browns, and do a little bit of nonsensical things here. By that I mean little lines that add, but what is it? I don't know. Our eyes will fill it up as landscape. I feel like, hey, why don't we bring a little bit of that yellow here too? A little bit of the darkness here too, which is okay. Just here and there. Redo a little bit here, like this is where the land and the pretend water separate. Good. And maybe we can put one thing like here too. All right, so just a little finishing touches here, a little bit of the brightness a little bit closer to here. So I go with a brush that can lift a little, not much, and then blop. Let's bring it outside, blop. And let's just do it right here too. Okay. And I'm gonna call this painting done. I think that we accomplished what we set up to do from the beginning. We end up with a beautiful painting. Yes, the sky tells the story. Remember, darks and then lights, and then we allow them to mix. And we end up with a beautiful painting. Now, let me know if you like this dramatic type of landscapes, or if you prefer the ones that are more peaceful and subtle. No wrong answer here. I just like to see what the majority of people prefer. If you like what you see on the channel, I will be happy if you subscribe to it and you support it that way. And I'm gonna leave you here with a couple other videos so that you continue to be painting with me. As always, I thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video.